Good day, crafty chums, and welcome to my channel. It's Nikki here, aka Carson D Cat's Life, because as you know, it's a cat's life. And a little while ago on International Crafters there, we did I hosted a 4x6 accordion fold album book thingy thing, and I've been asked to do it again, to show the album rather than hold the swap. Although it's a well-attended swap, you know. So I just thought I'd talk you through this technique, this book, this folded album thingy again. And yes, so what you're going to need is well, you see, we'll do it with this one. I just got out a sheet of paper there, and it was actually bigger. I didn't realise I had such a huge piece of paper there. I'm going to have fun with that one at a later date, I think. So there we go. So this is a 6x6. Oh, this is a 12x12 sheet of paper. Sheet of cardstock, folks. And I'm just going to cut it in half at the 6-inch mark. And this is where we find out it's not really a 6x6, a 12x12, sorry. It's probably a 6x11 3/4 or something. 12x11 3/4 or I don't know. Anyway, take no notice of me. So what you're going to be left with is two 6x12, yay! 6x12 pieces of cardstock. So what you're going to do next is we're going to score them at 4 on the long side. We're going to score at 4 inches and at 8 inches. So we're going to score, this is going to make you laugh, we're going to score at 4 inches and we're going to score at 8 inches. 4, 8, 12, you see? 4 inches and 8 inches. And we're going to do the same on the other piece of paper. We're going to score at 4 and 8. 4 inches and 8 inches. There you go. Isn't that just awesome? 4, 8, 12. So what you've done is you've divided that piece of, divided that cardstock into 3 pieces. What we're going to do next is we're going to fold. We're going to make our accordion folds. So we're going to fold up and then we're going to fold down. Then we're going to fold up and then we're going to fold down. And that is going to give us our accordion fold album. Of course it is. So it's going to be like that, and we're going to have to join this piece here together. So what you're going to need to join this piece here together is another piece of cardstock. And it's going to be 1 inch wide, and you're going to make it just a little bit longer than the book so that you've just got that wiggle room to get it all straight and fixed. And when you glue it's going to be 1 inch wide. You're going to score it in half, so it'll give you half an inch there and half an inch there. And when you put your glue or your tape on, you're not going to go all the way down. No, you're not, because otherwise you're not going to go to all the way to the fold, because you just need that to give that little bit of room there. So we're going to attach this piece here. I'm just going to fold that up so I can fit it in the camera view, and we're going to scooch this down. We're just going to take it up from that fold just a little fraction. We're not going to go right into the fold there. It's just going to be a little fraction away. And if you think of how this goes, remember it's an accordion fold, so you're doing zigzags. So then this piece will go here, And we're going to pair this up like so, square it all off, pair it up, square it all off, and then we're going to get this piece here and we're going to fold it over and down. There you go. That gives us a lovely little accordion fold there, and we can take this one off here. Like so. So that's our gorgeous little accordion fold album now. It goes like that. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to choose some design papers, and what I've chosen for this one is this pad here, which I'm trying to work my way through, you know, get a new pad and work your way through it till it's all gone. And this one is Heart's Ease by Couture Creations. And so what you're left with are these pages, and the pages are, of course, 4 by 6. So we're going to mat these, and we're going to mat them at, like that. We're going to mat them at 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. So 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. And we're going to stick all these down. Now, I'm just going to stick the first one down. Otherwise, what I'll do is I'll run out of time. This would be an extremely long video. So I'm going to stick this one down on camera so you can see, and then I shall mat the rest of this off camera just to save time. That's all. Otherwise it would just be an extremely long video that goes on and on and on and on, and you'll get really bored with me, and then you'll turn off, and then you'll never come to my channel again. Or something like that. Anyway, here we go. Don't know how much the boat's swaying. If it's not swaying much, I'll just put this little bit into fast forward, because this will be like watching glue dry. Well, look, that's got a bit of my cardigan on there, so I'll just take that off. Don't need my cardigan in there, do you? No. Or my hair, even though my hair's tied back. Look at that. I ate some of my hair for dinner today. It was really nice. So long now, it's just getting into everywhere. I really need to go and cut it. So anyway, there. I'm not going to do, what I'm not going to do yet is I'm not going to mat the front or the back yet. I'm going to leave the front and the back for last. Okay. Just take off the glue. It's not glue, actually, it's tape. So I'm going to get this here. I'm going to centre it up as much as I can. As always, it's just a little bit difficult when it's so far away from you and that, so yeah. So there you go. I'm going to do the rest of this book here, but not the back page and not the front page. And don't worry about this here, because it will be covered up with the mat. So see you when I've done that. Okay, so I've now put in the pages, the design paper pages in, and what we're going to do next is make some pockets to go on the pages too. I've got some pockets here that I've been preparing already, and like this. And what I'll do is I will show you how to make them. What you need is some paper. Right, we'll need some cardstock, actually, is what we need first. And what's that other cardstock? Right. You will need to, for the triangles, you will need a 4.5 by 4.5 square piece of cardstock. So let's just do this here. Four and a half by 4.5. Then what you're going to do is you're going to cut the cardstock in half, corner to corner. Corner to corner. Ooh, don't do that, don't pull out your thing. Corner to corner. Then what you're going to do on this one is you're going to score it on each short side 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. Now I find it really difficult to work that on the scoreboard this way. It's to do that. I don't know, it's being close up to there, so what I do is I work it like this. I know that this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is your 1/2 inch mark, so that's what I do. I find that really difficult to do it the other way round. I don't know, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why, I just do. So you're going to score that in on both of these, on the short sides there and not the long side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's your 1/2 inch in. And then for the rectangle, you're going to cut, for the rectangle pocket, you are going to cut a piece that is 4 7/8, which that one isn't. So 4 7/8. By 2 5/8. And then you're going to score in 1/2 inch on the long side and both short sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to make the rectangle pockets. So we're just going to fold these over. And the same goes for this, the triangles. I'm actually just going to fold them both ways. Sorry, it's making such a clatter. It's a glass thing I've got there. Picked it up for 50p from the charity shop, the second-hand shop. So what we're going to do next is we're going to see where I popped my scissors, and we're just going to remove these squares. Can you see there's these squares in the corner, and we're just going to remove these. Just going to angle it just a little bit into that corner point there. So angle it in just a little bit into that corner point there. It's going to be the same for this as well, just angle it in that little bit. And the same here, just angle it in a little bit. Okay, so what happens next is we're going to, on that corner there, we're just going to pop a little bit of glue. It's probably going to blob. And I can use my little peg to hold it. Just a little bit of glue there. So I'm going to fold in the sides. Just going to pop some glue on here. Try not to over glue it if you're gluing. Pop it down. Got my little pegs. When this is dry, just going to cut these little corners off here. Like so. And this mat here to go on this one. This mat here is 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. So that's 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. In the description box below I'll put all measurements, so you know, you don't have to keep playing it over and over again. And of course you'll attach it to there like that. And to make the matting for the triangles, what you do is, again, you get a square of your design paper and you cut it at 3 3/8 and 3 3/8 square. See if I just got a nice little bit here. Do this bright yellow. So 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. Do it on this one because you've got to cut it diagonally again. So let's go 3 and 1 2 3/8. One, 2 3/8. And then you cut it on the diagonal again. Like that. And of course I've distressed the edges on all the papers that I've got, so you distress the edges again on here. You don't have to distress if you don't want to, it's up to you. How you decorate and what papers you use is up to you. Be your piece of work, so it's up to you how you finish it off and how you do it. So we're just going to pop some glue on here. Just had a ship go by, I've just heard it, and so we're going to be moving That's what the noise is, folks. Was a ship. So we pop that down there. Don't have to use glue. I'm using glue because I'm running out of, although I do have a new thick tape, I've run out of the thinner tape, so I'm just gluing things down while I'm showing you. And, oh yeah, and the, to show you that these corner pockets here are good to go. With the matting is just like that, so we'll pop that on as well. And of course, if you don't want these pockets as big as this, you can adjust the sizes yourself. Don't have to follow it like this at all. To go to the craft shops at some point to get myself some more tape. Just got to be careful with the wet glue and the distress inks, of course, because the distress inks will activate. The glue will activate the distress inks as well. So using wet glue, of course, gives you just that little bit of extra time to just move things around to get it right. And that's your corner pockets there. And what you're going to do next is you're going to move your stuff out the way. And then you're going to add your pockets into your book. So you're just going to decide basically which ones are going to have the rectangle pockets and which ones are going to have the corner pockets. And yes, so you're going to put tape or glue down there and put it down, and I'll just use some of my precious tape and just to show you this one. So we're going to put this one down here. Like that, and then this one will go down here like that. I'm just going to glue this one down. Try not to use too much glue because I'll end up gluing the inside of the thing down, and that won't look too good, will it? Okay, and I'll come back when I've actually added all the pockets into the book, album book. Okay then, so I've popped in all the pockets that I'm going to. I haven't used pockets absolutely everywhere, but in most of these places I have. And that's like that. And what we're going to do is put the front and the back cover on, and we're going to attach some lace to it. But what I want to do is thread the lace through the covers, front and back. So like, I'm going to make 2 holes in each of the covers and then thread the lace through it. No, I'm not. I'm just going to do it in one. I'm going to do it in the back cover, because if I did it front and back, then I wouldn't be able to open the back. So just the back cover. See, look, I had to think that one through there, didn't I? So I'm going to attach the front cover, because I better not put it through the front cover, because you wouldn't be able to open up the album all the way through then. So that's just going to happen on the back. I'm glad I thought that one through before I made holes in it. See, sometimes just talking things out makes it clearer in your mind. So just pop that out there, take it all the way there. Okay, just make sure that I've got this the right way up, because I've got some writing on here and I want to make sure that I don't put it upside down when I put this one on. Just pop this out because the pockets are in the way. Okay, so that's the front, and we're going to work on the back now. And as I say, I'm going to be threading some lace through. So what I'm going to do is see where halfway is on here. Then I'm going to get a pencil and mark it. I'm looking in the wrong side. I've moved my desk around, so I'm looking at the wrong side for the pencils. So halfway. I'll tell you, I've got 1,000,001 rulers. My only problem is they're see-through, so when I put them down I can't see them again. So the lace is at its thickest part there. It's something like 3/4 of an inch. So I won't be doing that. So there, and 3/4 of an inch. So you make it bigger. So it's not going to be. It's going to be 7/8 of an inch thingy. So halfway is. I'm just going to do some mental gymnastics now. I can find a proper pencil. Okay. Way. That's halfway. Oops. Mark it properly. See, look. Oh. Can't mark it properly because can get my head there. Camera was in the way. So it's halfway. Now then, what we've got to do is I'm going to do an inch in from each side, I think, or just under an inch in from each side. Okay, what I'll do is 3/4 of an inch in. That would do, 3/4 of an inch in. And it's okay, I'm just doing some mental gymnastics now, and we're going to see what the length is. So that was 7. So what I've done here is I've marked the top and the bottom of the lace. That's what I've done. So this should allow the lace to go through, which it does, without being too tight. So I've just measured this little channel now, and that's the lace is going to go through that channel. And you might be lucky enough to own one of those little notch making thingies, but I don't, so I'm going to just line that up. I don't know whether you can see the marks there at the top and the bottom. I'm just going to line this up, and I'm going to go to the top mark and then back down to the bottom mark for the cut, which is good. Almost can't see it because of course I am because I'm this side of the camera. So I've just made the little slot there that goes to the top and the bottom, and I'm just going to come in a little bit and I'm going to notch it out. So I'm going to come in a little bit and notch it out. Oh, almost put that through the, yeah, just going to make a little runner for the lace to go through. Just eyeballing the width of it there, just to, don't want to make it too long. Probably made that too wide. Trying too hard there I was. It's a shame, but never mind, as they say. Yeah, you might have one of those cute little notch making tools, but I don't. It's a little punch that you can get that makes little notches and things there. This one I made too wide. It's going to be one of those oh well moments, you know, like oh well, I could do it again, but oh well, never mind. What I'm going to do is just reinforce around this hole now, so I'm just going to find some sellotape. I've actually got this masking tape, maybe that'll work. It's probably not going to be strong enough, but hey ho. going to reinforce the hole so that it doesn't wear away over time. Because the lace has to run through the hole. Just going to take it in just a little bit from the edge there. So I hope you followed that. That's this is something that I might have seen it like ages ago, but I don't know where. And but it stayed in this stayed in my mind, you know. But I've actually cut these notches much too big. But you know, for demonstration purposes, it's quite okay. Never mind. One day. If I really hate it, what I'll do is I'll just make it smaller, and you'll never know, because I won't show it on the video. I'll just do another one and you'll never know. See, look, much too big. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking at all there. So it's going to go in this way. Come out this way. I might actually make a feature of it and do something with it. Anyway, let's see if I can I'll have to disguise it a little bit. It's a bit rough and look. Anyway, let's put some tape and we'll get on with it, shall we? See if we can finish this one off. Finish this puppy off. I always like to cross the corners over when I'm taping down, and I don't know why. Don't know whether that has any advantage or whether it has disadvantages, I don't know. But I always like to think that if I cross the corner it takes it over to the edge. Just gonna really reinforce this back here because it's got the lace running through it. See, I didn't make the holes too big. What I did was I made them bigger for demonstration purposes. Yes, that's the one. Demonstration purposes. Yes. Okay, before I put this back on, I don't know why I didn't put the thingy through first. That's the right way up. It's going through that way. Oh, that's the wrong way. Going in, see, look, I had to think about it. You always have to think about it. So it gets through and it's free running through the holes. This is where it gets tricky. Okay. There we go. Very nice. And you give it enough to tie it up. Like so. You can easily do it twice, I suppose. Twice round, look. Then tie it up on the one side. And that's how you make the mini accordion album book thing, whatever. And so that's how it goes, like this. I haven't got any tags in yet, like this. We'll have to make some tags to put in it now. See you again soon. Bye. Okay, so I've actually finished the album now. It's next morning. I'd like let the glue dry and things like that. So this is the finished 4x6 accordion fold album, and yeah, it's turned out okay. I think so. I've got it tied up with the lace, which wraps around twice, which gives it room to grow. and I made some little paper flowers, paper roses, and they've just got some pearls inside. I've got some swirls that I've got liquid pearls over, some feathers and branches and things like that. And I was going to put like a saying or a name up on this nameplate here, but I decided not to. I just put the feather over there instead, because I've got feathers there. So I thought, oh, you know, I'm not going to title the book in the end. I just put the feather on there. So anyway, so here are the pages. I made some little tags to go inside, just kept it simple. The tags that I made out of the pieces of design paper that were left over after cutting down for these size pages and that. So, and these little tags were in the design paper anyway, so they just went in, and I matted, you know, what paper I had left over to make the tags, just keeping it quite simple. I was going to add more flourishes and things inside, but I changed my mind in the end. It was getting quite late last night when I finished, so yeah, so I didn't do that. I could do if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I quite like mine quite plain inside, you know, keep it classy, plain and simple, bit like me, plain and simple. So there was the back. I've got my little name stamp on the back there, because I made this. And in the end, I didn't go around these slits. I decided that I'd reinforce them enough, and they actually look okay once it's all folded up. So then onto the back, and again it's just, you know, just the matted in the triangle pockets and the rectangle pockets there. So and that's all it is. I think it turned out quite nice in the end, and it's the first time that I've gone and glued almost everything. The only things that I didn't glue were the bits that I actually stuck down and showed you. These side pockets, I've done a little mix of glue and double-sided tape, but you do have to be careful if you're gluing down the pockets not to glue the pocket shut. Just a little tip there. Anyway, so that's my accordion 4x6 accordion fold album, and I hope you like it, and try one for yourself. They're great fun to make. I mean, if you have lots of design paper and that, they're great fun to make. You can actually use jelly print papers that you have, or anything like that. It doesn't have to be design paper. It's just, you know, it's just made up really of what you want. So there you go. That's my finished 4x6 accordion fold album. And one of the girls in the group, Michelle, asked me to do a remake of the one that I did, because I sent her the one that I actually made in Iraq, and she liked it. Or was it winnings? She won something, I think. And so I sent it along with the little winnings there, and she liked it so much she wanted me to show you how to make it again. So that was that. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again soon. Bye.